Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome back to Challenger Spectate. Bringing back the series because it's like a little bit less pressure on me. We get to watch other people, learn from them, and obviously it's a lot of lessons that are usually included in these. I will say things recently haven't been great for me. We got hit by a dislike botter. I literally just recorded another one of these episodes and then I realized I had my mic muted. I've checked, it's now okay. It's just I can't catch a break. It's really annoying. But we're following Eto, who is the rank 1 EUS player currently. Literally, rank number 1. I just did a Yasuo game of him, but yeah, the mic was muted and I didn't want to watch that game again because I like part of the surprise of these is me kind of finding out what happens with you guys. So he's playing Ryze. Now again, this series to me is champions that I'm interested in. So yes, I did do a Yasuo one. If you guys like this video, I'll look to do another Yasuo one. Or if you put in the comments what champions you want to see, I'll make sure I try to get through them. But yeah, Ryze is a champion that I've always been interested in because I've always thought that he's not great in solo queue. Because again, a lot of what he does is team orientated and is... You know, this is rank 1 challenger. So is he going to play team orientated or are we going to watch him play, you know, 1v1 orientated? The other point that I was like, I want to watch this game, he's against the Zoe. How would you beat Zoe? Like, I don't think Ryze beats the Zoe. But anyway, level 1, they both go for a kind of a bit of a weird trade. Both of them kind of getting themselves lower. And... normally, again, going aggressive once again, the Ryze. Every E, he's going on cooldown, just looking to attack. So it is a Twitch jungle. That's a thing in Challenger still. And he's kind of, again, not letting the Zoe know. Again, enemy team expected as well, so both junglers level 2 early. Again, a little bit maybe more obvious that a Twitch is going to do that. But yeah, nothing comes of it. Maybe a slight advantage for red team because the Kindred was lower health. But nothing more of that. Than just like trades. Obviously Zoe flash as well. So the mark obviously is down there. So they are going to go all in. Ryze going to maybe get the kill. Not quite because the flash happened. First blood for the Zoe. Zoe will go down eventually. Oh, maybe not. She does get the flash from the pickup. Twitch randomly gets the jungle. The Zoe Kindred dies from the jungle, so Twitch gets a kill. Bot lane are both dead on the red team. Twitch is maybe looking to clean. Ryze, by the way, in this time teleported back. Is he going to get anything? So he goes for the Lux, gets queued straight away, going to get absolutely burst, gets one kill. Triumph nearly survives. He survives. Severe's now dying. She gets the kill. This, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is rank 1 challenger quality. Eto's rank 1 challenger, so everybody in this game will be high challenger on EU West. And oh boy, it looks like craziness. Again, sometimes when you're watching things, it's like, this looks like a silver game. But remember, everybody in this game is insane quality, so sometimes it makes themselves look stupid. If you just threw a gold person in this game, it wouldn't be very good for that person. It's the fact that they're all this quality sometimes makes it look a bit dumb. So it's surprisingly, he went back very quickly because he burnt through all his mana to push it into the tower. But yeah, I was surprised he even did that because he hasn't got tier. Usually Ryze obviously wants his first base to, you know, beat Tier of the Goddess so he can start stacking it ASAP. He hasn't got that gold yet, you know. So that is a bit surprising, but he has obviously got the components for it. Twitch, by the way, again, no matter what you think of him, this guy's got 4 farms so far and is now 3-1. Good trade by Ryze, so there we go. Just holds us still. Third chunk. Again, every E. That's something that I've noticed straight away. E, straight onto the Zoe. And obviously, one of the big counters to Zoe, for those that don't know, is aggression. She deals badly with it. She sucks against champions like Fizz. Or she sucks against denying champions like Malzahar. That's her weakness, but she's really good against passive champions. So you can see here, even though it's a Ryze, who's not known for his early game, this Ryze is going aggressive, which I really like seeing. It's smart. Twitch going for a gank on the bot lane. Ryze is clearing the mid lane. Again, got phase rush, obviously, so he's getting the procs every now and then. Trying to run at the Zoe, trying to be aggressive, and now getting ganked. And he probably is dead, by the way, this Ryze, I would say. He's got phase rush. He's going to try and run away. He hasn't got flash. Can he outrun them? He is pinging for help. Does die second time. I will say, this is the second game that I focus on this Eto guy, who's rank 1 challenger. Again, sadly, the first game, I was muted my mic. He does doesn't seem to have the cleanest or most careful of lane phase. The Yasuo game that I watched, he went 0-2 in lane phase and then farmed like crazy and then managed to take over the game as Yasuo. He's now 0-2 in this game, second game in a row that I'm watching of him. So is that just like his thing? Like, he's rank 1 challenger, sure, but maybe his strength isn't lane phase. Maybe he plays champions like Ryze and Yasuo that are gods after like mid game. So it'd be interesting to see what the difference is this game. So he's not pushing it straight away. He's just kind of freezing it, last hitting, which I think's smart, because after you've just got ganked by the Kindred, obviously the Kindred now knows you're killable pretty easily. She may come back. So yeah, not throwing just your spells at it to push is a good idea. So Twitch, by the way, this game is taking over. So yes, it does even work in challenger games. It's just, again, it's a cheese pick. Again, no matter what you think of it, it's either going to do really good or really bad. That's just what a cheese pick is. It's the same back in the old StarCraft days of 6 pooling. It's a cheese. In video games, I don't really know if there's a real-world equivalent, like in sport. Not really sure. Maybe it's just a video game thing. If you guys can think of any real-world equivalents of cheesing, let me know. Off the top of my head right now, I can't really think of one. I guess maybe in rugby or American football, fake crashing. So like you pass the ball to somebody, but you don't actually pass it to them. You like hold it under your arm and like fake it. Maybe that? I don't know. Anyway, returning to mid lane. So farm-wise, the Ryze still has a little bit of an advantage. Again, he has now got his tier, so he's going to be stacking that. Gets ganked again. Second time in a row that gank is happening. Tries to ult away, and he does go down. Second gank in a row, by the way, from the exact same place. So like I mentioned, his weakness does seem to be lane phase. He doesn't ward very well. Notice how he has 0 wards. So again, this is spectating challenges and learning from challenges, but it's also interesting to see how challenges play. Meanwhile, by the way, let's just quickly put a pause. Just to explain, remember that we said Twitch is a cheese pick. He's going for early game aggression to try and win the game quickly. He is level 4 with 17 farm. The Kindred, by the way, is already level 6. Like, again, she's a normal staple jungler. She's been jungling. There's a 2-level difference right now in the jungle. She probably is going to get away. Riven might... I thought she might have gone for that, but it unfortunately doesn't jump over the wall. But yeah, so... this game is, like, interesting on many ways, because the Ryze is struggling early. The Twitch got an early lead, but the Kindred is, like, farming and getting really ahead in XP. So, like, what's gonna win out? So Ryze's pick up a second Sapphire, which I don't know what that's going to be for. We'll have to find out. Like, is it for a Glacial, maybe? But again, building that against a Zoe, or is that for a Catalyst, maybe? Twitch coming for a gank. Ryze does get the root. Zoe's got Ghost, does proc it, obviously, for her W. Fight happening. Will Zoe manage to stop? Ryze still has the flash up. I was expecting him to W, but I don't think he had the cooldown for it. And Zoe does get away. They do get a flash that time. But again, Zoe has all the summoner spells. Ryze going for the early aggression. Boom, does get the kill. That's great to see. Kindred returning to mid lane, looks like he's going to die. Going to try and phase rush, run away. Kindred does get the kill. So again duo queue still exists in Challenger. You could ask the question, is the Zoe and Kindred duo? Because the Ryze has been heavily focused this game. And again, you might be asking why. Again, maybe duo. Meanwhile, Severe does get a kill on Kai'Sa. Remember, this is Challenger. The Kai'Sa who support roamed still went aggressive and died. This, again, solo queue mistakes happen in all of solo queue. It's surprising, I know. Twitch looking for a kill on Severe. Wow, she just disappeared. That was weird. But yeah, why is this guy getting focused is the question. One... again, could be because they're duo queue, but we don't know that. Could be that everyone... again, this is, as I mentioned, this is the second game that I'm watching this guy, and it's the second game that he has had a bad lane phase. He might... again, with all these players being Challenger, they all know each other. So he might just be known... dies again. He might just be known for having bad lane phases. So people try to abuse his lane phase. Again, when you play with the same people in Challenger game after game after game, you learn their quirks, you learn their like mistakes, you learn how they play. So that's also maybe why he gets focused. And obviously there is, you know, he's playing Ryze. You know, Ryze isn't an early game champion, he's a mid-late game champion with low mobility, so it's also relatively an easy gank for Kindred. But he is getting focused a lot, but it's interesting to watch. Right, returning to mid lane. He's doing a bit of farming. Going for a trade. We'll actually rewind it because I went a bit too quick. So here we go. Oh, wow. It just randomly gave me all the vision. I don't want all the vision. I just want red. Right. He's running back to lane. Let's get there. All right, here we go. So, Dragon is being done. Lulu has spotted it out. Zoe going for early aggression. Goes to the Ignite straight away. Drowsy comes out. The Ryze is asleep. Continuing the fight. He dies again. He is 1 and 6. Again, I'm interested to see how this game continues because, again, I know the ending. I know the guy's KDA at the end. And from memory, let's just say he should recover. Like, in some way, this guy should be recovering. Meanwhile, top lane, Riven is getting pressured by a Tryndamere, which obviously is not great. At the tower, obviously, early plates are quite important. Tryndamere going aggressive, does get the Ignite. Whoa! Riven gets the kill, manages to survive. Tryndamere just doesn't press his ultimate. Like I said, mistakes happen. Solo queue mistakes happen no matter where you are. We're in the top of EUS Challenger right now, which again, all pros unanimously say is the best server in the West. And Tryndamere made a mistake of not pressing R. Again, it happens. Maybe he didn't expect the Riven damage. I didn't. So wow, that's a really good thing for Riven. Twitch does go down in bot lane, does get killed because he goes for a 2v1. Ryze continuing to farm, and oddly, the weird thing of, like, even though this game is crazy and Ryze has died 6 times, he's basically even farm with the Zoe. So it's not like the Zoe is snowballed out of control. Quite the opposite. Like, Kindred's been getting the kills, but Zoe hasn't been, like, using that to, like, get a massive farm lead. Or he might be buying Ludens. Or... oh, no, he's building the Seraphs. That's what he's finishing off with that second mana crystal. He's just rushing the Seraphs, completing it just straight away. Which I guess makes sense. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes. So the game in general is not going very well. The Riven, you could say, is kind of losing top lane, but got that nice kill. Twitch is your strongest player right now, but you usually, again, especially the high rating you go, don't really want a Twitch jungle to be your strongest thing, because it might go bad eventually. Ryze is having a terrible game. Meanwhile, this could be a nice bait. He is going to go for it. Lulu backing up the Twitch, but there's not going to be anything coming of it. No kill. 1 and 4 Kai'Sa and 0-1 Lulu. So yeah, this game is not going great. Kai'Sa, weirdly, is always fighting when she's in a 2v1. So yeah, odd. Very odd. So Lulu right now is following the Twitch around. Again, is the classic, you know, those two together. Seeing if they can get anything. Don't think he will, but he's just kind of having a little look. He did get spotted very, like, quickly in vision. Alright, so Rift Arrow being used in mid lane on the Ryze. Not surprising, because obviously he's arguably the weakest on his team right now. So mid tower is probably going to fall, and obviously plates are still up in this situation. So this is a bunch of money going over to the enemy team. Meanwhile, the Lulu does die, and the mid lane tower dies. So this is looking terrible for the red team. And again, the higher rating you go, a lot of the time you think comebacks are less likely to happen. Because yes, everybody in the game knows about the game more, but that also means the winning team knows how to win more. And it's harder to, like, come back from a game than just win the game in general. That randomly missed. That looked pretty close. Ryze going aggressive. Gonna look to get the kill. He has got flash up. So does the Zoe. He's gonna look to continue going aggressive. So again, random bursts of aggression from the Ryze. That, like, in all honesty, they come out of nowhere. Twitch does get a solo kill. Lulu going to try and survive. She flashes away. Kindred, by the way, still has ultimate in this position. That's why she's quite confident to probably continue. Ryze looking for a return kill. He gets it. So there we go. Twitch does go down eventually. Kindred probably confident to stay around because they've still got ultimate. Pretty careful they have to be. There's the ultimate. Run in the ultimate, and let's see if they can time their spells right. So there's the polymorph. Stops the Kindred doing any damage, and they do manage to get the kill. I'm sure Ryze would have wanted that one, but a kill's a kill in that situation. So that's pretty good. Again, we're having glimmers of a comeback. Tryndamere is running down river, probably just to stop the Ryze, maybe free farming. It'll be, again, with how much he's been focused this game, it wouldn't surprise me that the Tryndamere would then go mid lane to go, yeah, you're not farm. Okay, no, he's back in top lane, but still, you can't risk this health and mana. so he is going to go back. So right now in mid lane, by the way, the Ryze is down 1,000 gold. That is quite a lot to be down in 14 minutes. But like I said earlier, it's not like the Zoe used all that early aggression and the Kindred helping her a lot to like get rid of the Ryze and get a farm lead. They're even in mid lane. So that to me is actually something that is a testament to the Ryze, is he's maintained farm. You know, if you look at all these farms in the scoreboard, it's not like he's even behind. He's like in the mid of everyone's farm, and he's died 6 times. Zoe does get killed by both AD carries. Twitch does go down because the Lux ultimate, I believe. And Ryze is now going to go bot lane. So this guy, or get blue. This guy's playstyle from what I saw last game was he lost lane in the early game, and then he just split push. He went side lanes, got a crazy amount of farm, and then eventually as a Yasuo was so fed with farm that he could do anything he wanted. Now, I don't think could go aggressive on the Severe. I think he would die if he went for anything, but again, I could be wrong. A lot of farm, a lot of wave clear, and so does his split push begin. And one thing I did point out in that episode that, again, can't air, even though I think it was a great episode, is this is Challenger. So when you're in a side lane in Challenger and you're split pushing, I think most people in Challenger would trust their teammates. Like, they know I'm split pushing. They're Challenger, they know what I'm doing, they won't get caught, they won't engage randomly. I always want to try and, like, I want to work on my farm, you know, that's one of my weaknesses for my own game, and part of that, especially for being a mid or a top laner, honestly, is trying to split push. Meanwhile, he is getting surrounded, he's probably going to maybe ult away, or he's just going to go aggressive on the Kindred, because her mark maybe was nearby, so there it is. So she does just get absolutely blasted, she gets killed straight away. Ryze now going aggressive. Really early cleanse by the Zoe to pop her W speed. I guess kind of smart. But yeah, so I want to do better in farm. So maybe, again, by watching this guy for the second time, go to side lanes to do that. But the problem is, I don't trust my team in Diamond to go into a side lane. They always get caught. They always, like, just randomly engage. And that's Diamond, let alone lower ratings. I think it was the Fiora episode in Iron to Diamond not that long ago that I was like, right, I'm going to split push. My team hopefully doesn't get caught. 2 seconds later, they got caught. It was uncanny. But it's something that I think I need to do. So I am going to try it out in the next few days of going to side lanes more, just to try and get that farm. And, yeah, hopefully it will go well. So they are getting their tower in bot lane. The game is starting to become a little bit more even, but the enemy team still has a 3,000 gold lead. Ryze, by the way, he was 1,000 gold down, has brought that down to about 600 gold lead instead. So he is making a comeback. Slowly, but it is making a comeback. So again, he is just randomly walking. If you're wondering why does he cast spells every now and then, that would be stacking his Archangels into the Seraphs. You've got to use spells to do that. Tryndamere just dives the Kai'Sa, which is not obviously great. Obviously using his flash after the Kai'Sa uses her ultimate, most likely. But yeah, not great. So how does red team win the game? Honestly, it's probably looking for picks. The enemy team is just kind of clumping. They have number advantage a lot of the time. The red team have to kind of do the same thing. Maybe even forcing team fights. But just trying to do more on the map. Ryze, you'll notice, is staying bot lane, which is questionable. Is he going to get, you know, engaged on? He does have vision of some of the enemy, so he's staying. He is like, nope, I'm getting my farm. And you can see he's got over a 30 CS lead to his lane opponent right now, which is actually a pretty big deal. Again, continuing that stackage, he'll be very close to his Seraphs at this point. He has now got it. So there you go. He's got Seraphs at 18 minutes, which is not bad. That's not a bad rate at all. Usually you're looking for about the 16 to 19 minute range if you're not buying any other items. So yeah, not bad at all. Right, so he is waiting and he's looking to maybe look to 1v1. Or he's just, again, maybe he's not looking to 1v1. Maybe he just wants the farm. Again, obviously you can tell this guy knows all the Ryze combos, doing the farm, getting the maximum wave clear every single time. He is now getting fought again. He does this time manage to get his ultimate off. Again, Kindred has been heavily focusing him, but this time he does survive, which is good. You'll notice as well his boot of choice was the cooldown boot. He also kills the Grump, which denies Kindred her mark. But yeah, right, let's speed up the game, because again, it's in a little bit of a slow-mo. Again, we could watch what's going on in mid lane, which they're just going for the tower, but this episode is directly focusing on the rank 1 Ryze player. I want to see what he does. Again, he lost lane quite badly, obviously due to it mainly being a 2v1, but how does this guy, if he does, turn it around to a point that he's strong. Because I think most of us, I think at one point this guy was maybe 0-5 or 0-6. Most of us at that point would be pretty demoralized. And it'd be like, oh my god, like, geez, I've been ganked that much. I'm now 0-6. What do I do? And you can see what this guy's doing. He is just side laning. He is getting farm. He went from having, like, not terrible farm, but you'll notice now he's got the most farm in the game. Just by how much he's been side laning. So that's important. That's something that all of you at home can kind of learn from. So again, one thing, and he's done the exact same thing. This is just this guy's playstyle, I think. In the Yasuo game, he built up a lot of gold, and he kept buying items in full. Like he doesn't go back much. So he wasn't going back and buying like, oh, I'm buying a BF sword, then I'm buying a pickaxe, then he just bought like Infinity Edge. So in this game, he just outright bought a Spellbinder. He didn't have the components, he just bought one. Anyway, teleport coming in by the Ryze, looking for a pick. Again, you could argue he might be going for the Kindred quite a lot because like she's annoyed him maybe. Anyway, trade happening, Riven getting quite low, Ryze now backing off, gonna try and survive. Obviously, Lulu is a massive counter. And he is going to, boom, double kill. Lulu's a massive counter to Tryndamere because the polymorph. And there you go. That teleport play gives him a double kill. They're now directly on the Baron. Don't know where, the Twitch is at red buff, so he's not helping for some reason. Kais is in mid lane, so they probably should need some help here. But again, it's that I'm not going to give up mentality. It's I can be useful. I am Ryze. I'm just going to farm until late game. Polymorph again, quite a big counter to a Zoe. Well, polymorph's a counter to everything. They do get the kill, and now if you look at his KD from going, what, 0-6 and now 6-6-2 with the most farm in the game. So that is the rank 1 EUS Challenger player for you right there. Like, it's the, I know what I'm doing, I trust myself, not going to get down from getting camped. And again, maybe that is why he gets camped, is that no matter what, he will get strong, he will get fed. Again, even with getting camped as much as he did, doesn't matter. Impressive. Like that's the thing, it's impressive. So this time he doesn't buy a full item. He bought, obviously, a needlessly large rod, which will be for death cap. Again, very heavy AP build, obviously. No tankiness. He's not buying Rod of Ages for health. He's not buying, you know, Frozen Heart, which I guess isn't a thing anymore. He's directly buying carry ability power items. So Kindred does get the dragon, unfortunately. Ryze looking for the Tryndamere, finds the Tryndamere, uses his phase rush just to run away. Tryndamere may not have ultimate at this point. Ryze getting engaged on, going to try and use his power to run away. Does have ultimate. Lulu flashes and ultimates. Polymorph obviously would be nice, but Ryze gets the kill regardless. Oh, my voice is starting to struggle now. Did a whole stream today, recorded a commentary before this, which, yeah, and now having to record another one. Oh, it's getting throaty, man. Anyway, he's now 7-3. He's about to break the 200 farm barrier. The Kaiser's the closest nearest to him. And again, she didn't have a great early game either, so this is a lesson that the early game, even in Challenger, doesn't mean anything. These are Challenger players that have made a comeback. Mid lane play is happening, by the way. They're just like running the game down. Kaiser obviously very strong as a champion. Ryze teleports in. He doesn't get that kill. The Riven does. And he's just going to wander out the enemy base. And voila. So the thing what people may ask, do I still think from this game the Ryze is a bad solo queue champion? Honestly, no, but this guy plays differently. Notice how this guy is basically playing solo Ryze, split pushing. He hasn't used his ultimate once for his team. His ultimate is all about him engaging, him flanking. It's about him. And in that avenue, Ryze actually could be quite strong. Because Ryze has always done a lot of damage. It's just a lot of the time in solo queue, your ultimate mucks people up. It's because when your teammates are like, oh, what was that ultimate? Or you're doing a weird ultimate thinking your team will come with you. This guy isn't ulting for his team. He's ulting for himself, which I think is really smart. So he does get a tier 2 tower. Kindred does mark him, but you can notice Kindred's in the mid lane, so he's not at risk there. He's, by the way, staying bot lane for more farm. Obviously, Lulu is with him, but this is quite risky. So Tryndamere's above them. Ryze going to go for some burst. Again, he is like nearly mid-late game Ryze. Lulu's going to take the sacrifice there because she was a bit too slow. Again, she had doesn't have Mobies, the Lulu got Merc Treads. So she did overstay a little bit there. But yeah, Ryze survives, continuing his farm, buys himself the death cap. And there you go. So again, a lot of his build, remember, is also about movement speed. So he's got Phase Rush. Ryze, obviously, himself is quite fast. And he's got the Spellbinder on use, also gives movement speed. So it's about being as quick as possible, throwing your spells in between your abilities. For some reason, Kindred complete overstay. Don't really sure what that was about. I guess it was equivalent of an overstay down here. But there you go. Nearly level 16. So again, what is impressive to me is that how much he got camped. And he's still got a 60 farm lead over his mid laner. And again, where that has come in has been from going to side lanes. So again, this is what is making me think about it. Again, the Zoe's not weak, but still, it's making me think about it that I need to go to side lanes more and just kind of trust my team. Again, it could bite you in the butt, but trust my team going, you know, you guys know I'm in the side lane. Stop, like, just don't get caught. Especially if you're playing something like Ryze, and again, last game he did it on Yasuo, that are late game monsters. He wants to get to late game, and he does that by farming. So that's cool. That's something that I've learned. And again, it's an obvious thing, but when you're seeing it actually happen, it kind of makes it come to life, which that's pretty cool. So again, now taking some jungle camps, can just one-shot them. Alright, so there's a play happening near the upper jungle. Ryze is on his way. Again, we're focusing to see his perspective. So he's going for a flank. He is going to pop his Spellbinder, gets 1 kill, gets 2 kills. They do kill the Kindred in the front line because Ryze came from the back. The Kindred didn't have any backup at that point. Kindred has left the game because he thinks the game is over. Ryze fakes out his ultimate, doesn't actually go for it, and the game is probably over. So again, pretty impressive to me. Again, going for an all-in, running past her to give her no escape. Lulu just pick up the kill, and that is going to be that. So if you guys enjoyed this, smash the like button. Let me know what champions you want to see next. Again, I'm mainly focusing on EU West, and this guy is rank 1 EU West right now. And hopefully you enjoyed the lesson of the early game isn't everything. Side lane farm is important. And yeah, if you're getting camped like crazy, don't let it always get you down. Like, you can still win. Even in Challenger, they can make a comeback. So they are just fooling around a little bit, but the game, I'm sure, will end randomly reconnect by the Kindred. And there you go. So again, if you guys enjoyed, throw a like on it. Let me know what champions you want to see in the coming episodes. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment down below. See ya.